I want to show you, even if it is wrong, even if it goes against people's morality and how they feel about immigration. Jen and I do not see eye to eye on this issue, and that's okay. However, if you are going to be the supposed leader of the Democratic Party and you're going to go on with Jake Tapeworm, of all people, you have no way, shape, or form of presenting an argument that he can crush you on. That's not a good look, buddy, but here's what happened.
Trump blessed it as well.
So let me ask you about a provision that the Republicans are talking about quite a bit. I know you want to talk about, and Democrats want to talk about, extending the Obamacare subsidies, which expire at the end of 2025. But they talk about the provisions, and it's right here, subtitle E, and this has to do with the repeal of health care subtitle changes, and specifically what it is. How they characterize it is, you want to give health insurance to undocumented immigrants. I understand that's not really an accurate depiction, but what it does do is...
It's a lie.
It's a lie, but what you support does bring back funding for emergency Medicaid to hospitals, some of which does pay for undocumented immigrants and people who don't have health insurance. And also there is this provision, and it's not about undocumented immigrants, it's about people with asylum seekers and people with temporary protected status, et cetera, but about their ability to get Medicaid. So they're non-citizens, they're not undocumented, they're not illegal. Why even include that in a bill knowing that they're going to seize right upon that and use that to message? I understand.
Exactly. Why indeed? Why indeed, Hakeem?
You know, people think that, I'm seeing in the chat, is this a libertarian podcast? No, this is a rational thinking podcast. And that, of course, leads to what is it that we support? I support a single-payer healthcare system. And if we had a single-payer healthcare system, we wouldn't have to have any of these nuances about what you can and can't cover within healthcare. Either you get basic care covered or you do not. And in the case of the system that we live in today, we live in a broken system. Well, even you would say it's not actually broken. It's working.
No, it's fixed.
It's fixed, working as it's intended to.
Absolutely.
And so
it's working for shareholders.
Yeah. So you bring on this guy who's going to sell empire and try to convince people that the reason that the government is shut down, and now that Trump has told everybody, I'm going to fire thousands of federal employees, this is why you shut down the government. This is why we said years ago that you should have forced the vote on Medicare for all. You should have made people have to say where they stand on the issue of whether or not healthcare is a right, or if it is a corporate financed privilege. So which way do you want it? I don't think it's too much to ask for.
Well, I guess I'm the lefty here. So for me, it's a given. I actually think denying people health care that's available is violent.
It is violent.
I think denying that is violent. And so the people that are part of the system that are perpetrating that, those people are committing violence. Right. So, when you have the Democrats now somehow standing on what pedestal do they think that they're on? Like, where do they get off? Like, now this is what they're concerned about. And fuck Jake Tapper. Could he have said the word illegals anymore? Do you think he could have been any more of a fucking bigot in that little clip? Just how many times did he have to say the word illegal? Illegal. Human beings are not illegal. Infuriating.
Well, as I have been pointing out to you, I do think that there is a person who, for whatever reason, we both agree that the Democratic Party is just a party that is basically dead man walking at this point. I don't think there's any, it is do not resuscitate, so to speak. But if there is one person who can assure that the Democratic Party will never survive, or if you want to ensure that they get blamed for this, well, so we're getting another perspective on the cause of the shutdown, right? Now they're going to start blaming the other parties, right? This is a partisan problem. Yeah, it's a party problem.
This is just a party problem. Yeah.
According to this nincompoop anyway.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz here, just came off the House floor, where Democrats in the House tried to get Republicans to hear our legislation that would keep the government open, lower healthcare costs, end the cuts, and save Americans' healthcare.
You know, you've been in Congress for over 2 decades, and you have voted against health care every single session, every one of them.
Yes, and she's so big on her status as a cancer survivor. You know, she's so big and Race for the Cure and all that shit. But yet she doesn't believe that other women are entitled to the same level of care that she gets. See, she doesn't believe that. So it's just interesting that now she's talking about healthcare. We have to make this go fast because seriously, she looks so grotesque to me.
Yeah, she's got a droopy eye problem.
I'm not even going to go. She just looks really grotesque to me, and just let this finish.
Yeah.
And Republicans ignored us and would not let us even take a step forward. They gavelled in, they gavelled out. Democrats are here ready to work. Republicans are on vacation, and they will own the shutdown and the increased healthcare costs. We're not going to stand for it.
You're not.
You're such a fighter for the people, aren't you? Such a fighter for the people.
I want to remind
everybody. Make it go away, please.
I want to remind everybody that if you are looking for who is the most prolific insider trader within the Democratic Party, you just saw her. Now, of course, Pelosi gets all the kudos because her net worth is substantially higher than Wasserman Schultz's. But if you want to see the person who unequivocally does the type of business that should land you in a jail, in a prison cell for many years, that is her business. And the fact of the matter is, she put that up on her social media, probably thinking that only her people would see it. Instead, it ended up becoming a viral clip, everybody sharing it and saying, how is this person still in power? How does this person think it was a good idea to get her face that close to a camera? And how is this person who trades on so much inside information that now you've got real, hawks that do this for a living, that follow all of these insider trading by all of these congressional members, is asking themselves, how is this person getting away with this? And when somebody like her decides to stick her nose out into the public sphere and make a statement about any type of morality when it comes to our political discourse in this country, the only thing that does is set you back 10 steps. That's what it does. So if you were hoping to get the Democrats to be blamed for what's going on right now, Wasserman Schultz did you all a huge favor. That's how I see it.
I still can't get, I'm going to have nightmares about that now. Like really, I never needed to see her that close up. Not really now. You know what I mean?
By the time it is all said and done, she will have officially melted off all of her skin and the lizard will have appeared. That's
her and Peter Thiel.
Yeah, well, her and Peter Thiel are probably from the same species of amphibian as far as I can tell. So, but she looks bad.
But the point is that this shutdown is a distraction that they're using to play political theater and keep our eyes off of the things that we're wanting to talk about and that are really mattering, because they don't give a crap about healthcare. Debbie Wasserman Schultz could not give a crap about people having healthcare, not even a little bit. No. So yeah, it's just all theater and it is a distraction. And the fact that they're blaming each other, and yes, Hakeem Jeffries, he's really he's a man of the people.
Well, as I said, I also think that there is something to be said for the fact that when she appears and she reminds people of the absolute devastating, inhumane, incapable of governance, wholly corrupted, and without redeemable qualities that the Democratic Party is, she's the embodiment of it all, because she's still there. And the worst part about it is that unlike Pelosi and Schumer, she's not that old. She's still in her 50s. She looks like she's 20 years older.
Well, for people she's 5 years older than me. Debbie is 5 years older than me.
You could have had her as your congressional representative. But that's the problem with Zionists.
Yeah.
You see, for them, it's not about what's good for the people. It's about what's good for empire, what's good for their supremacist cause. And that is what she represents. And again, I'm addressing Wasserman Schultz in the context of the government shutdown and the crimes against our country that she commits. I'm not even addressing the fact that she's one of, without question, without fail, one of the most hardened psychopathic Zionists that we have in politics. Like, this person gleefully stands alongside Mr. Milikowski. And I always like to play this clip because I like to remind people of just how bad she really is. Shortly after October 7th, which we are coming up on the 2-year anniversary, she is the person who was the one running around Congress pushing for the extensions on the BDS legislation. So this is what she had to say at the time.
There's this vote that's going to happen on the Israel-Hamas resolution on the floor. Are you concerned that some Democrats may not support this?
I would hope that all members would support a resolution that condemns terrorism, the brutal attacks that were perpetrated against the Israeli people that were killed. We have 218 hostages. They took 222. Someone who votes against this, I would think, doesn't have a soul.
And again, she's an expert on the soul list. That's what I say.
Yeah, she knows a thing or two about not having one. Or does she know a thing or two about capturing them?
She's just gross.